Hey, welcome back everyone, Toyshiz here, and I'm back yet again with yet another Super Mario video, and today I am very stoked. This has been a long time coming. I know I've been talking about it in my other Mario videos, but here it is, the entirety of my 2.5-inch Super Mario Bros. Collection by Jakks Pacific. All the little mini figures, every single level they've ever put out. And then you can watch the video and try to find some Easter eggs as well in pure Mario fashion. But been looking forward to doing this for quite some time, so I hope you guys all enjoy it. Took a long time to set up, but dang, was it worth it. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee, maybe go check out that new Super Mario Bros. Movie. I know I'm going to. This is a look at my entire collection of Jakks Pacific Super Mario Bros. 2.5-inch figures and playsets. Let's go! So we'll kick things off by traveling a bit back into the past. 2014, to be exact, Jakks Pacific starts making Super Mario Bros. Toys. Action figures, playsets, plushes, and just as a heads up, we won't be looking at the Microland figures. We're going to be strictly sticking with the 2.5-inch figures. And with this Deluxe Mushroom Kingdom Castle playset, a couple versions was released. You could get a set that had figures and a couple accessories in it, but despite which one you grabbed, it's the exact same castle, same exact accessories, yada yada. But it does make for a really cool display. This was their first foray. It's not exactly perfectly scaled, we'll just say. Really, the sets kind of go either way, but this one in particular was a bit on the small side. However, it's a nice display piece. You can put Bowser and Luigi, Mario, everybody all the way around, and you can really have a nice time doing so. Even getting a little flagpole to symbolize the finish of the level. So it wasn't a bad beginning at all. Then it wasn't until around 2019 where we actually got our first official 2.5-inch playset in the form of Acorn Plains. And these, of course, and all the levels and all the diorama sets that would come out as a result were based off of the new Super Mario Bros. U game, utilizing all the different worlds and lands and Acorn Plains, along with its two versions of a diorama set, was fantastic. And really, I remember making the video for this, getting everything built, being able to put all those little 2.5-inch figures in the diorama setup, and just loving every single bit of it. Having the Goombas walking along all the big blocks and the question marks and all the warp pipes. This was the ideal situation that I had always wanted to see as a kid. There were never any Super Mario Bros. Toys growing up. You would just have to play the games, and that would be good enough. You had McDonald's toys here and there, but this was the start, and man, was it awesome. And of course, in no particular order, we've gotten countless other levels now. Switchback Hills playset, which is awesome. You see all the bullet bills skyrocketing over at Mario. That's a lot of fun. But one thing that Jakks really succeeds at in making these diorama playsets is making something fun in toy form, but having it be based off the video game. And for the most part, there's a couple hiccups maybe here and there once in a great while, but they are totally able to translate the fun. It may not be the most exciting playset all the time, but for a display purpose, it really is cool. And just wait till you see the end of this video. In terms of, let's say, the desert playset, this would be a great example of a level which really wasn't translated all that great to toy plastic form. It has a lot of great sculpted details. There are elements from this particular world, of course. You can really load it up with 2.5-inch figures. Don't get me wrong. But in terms of, let's say, the play factor, the function, while it has all these awesome characters and all these sculpted details that is straight from Mario, it really is one of those where it's like, you know, it's okay, but not one of their best, let's be honest. That kind of falls into the Sparkling Waters playset as well. And this was the last playset which I recently featured on my channel. It's one of those where I like the elements of it. There's a lot of thought put into it, but it's one of those where you really need to put a lot of different characters or really build it up yourself to really make it all that engaging. What's really nice is that instead of including a Mario figure this time around, they included Luigi, so that's a nice change of pace. But in utilizing all the Hucket crabs and whatnot, yeah, it's an okay set. One that really stands out, one that's a super blast on your shelf, is none other than this Boo Mansion playset. This thing is just toy goodness. Again, Jakks utilizing exactly what happens in the game, figuring out how to do a ghost house in toy form, right? Well, they nailed it. They got doors that lead to nowhere. They have the King Boo right there. You got all these little ghosts that you can turn around and flip around if you look at them. If you're not looking at them, just like the video game, right? And Mario with the number of doors that you can go through and a full system on the back that levitates Mario in and around the backside of the doors. That's awesome. They really outdid themselves with this ghost house. In terms of this Deluxe Frosted Glacier playset, this is one where it really turned out to be a lot of fun. This one has all the different elements that make up this frozen world, and it's a really nice long form of a playset. The shorter ones tend to be the ones where you kind of go, yeah, it's okay. But really, when you're able to build out the entire level, have these penguins jettisoning out of the warp pipes, firing, missile launching, basically things like that, that's what I want to see. That's the kind of cool stuff. Even with the piranha plant, these are a lot of fun. So this one definitely fires on all cylinders. Likewise with this gem right here. And this one kind of has a lot of stuff going on, but you're able to really expand upon it. And this is really one of the two playset worlds where you could really expand the heck out of this thing. The Cloud playset, right? Not only was there one, but there was two along with a diorama set. So you could really make this thing pop, loaded up with figures. Why don't I just show you, right? So you can have Mario running all over the platforms, knocking the coin blocks. You have a new version of the piranha plant. That's nice to see. Spinny coins, clouds aplenty. Everything moves. Everything looks good. You can rearrange at your leisure, right? That's really what the nice thing is. You have the propeller suit Mario. You could put him in this little curly cue that launches him up into the air. It's not something that will move him around, but it gives the user, the video game player, the idea that there's lots of function and form going on, and it's really just a blast. Even coming with the Bowser flag, that was a nice change of pace. When they offer new accessories with all these new worlds, that is always a definite plus. And for the most part, they usually do, especially with the Deluxe Toad House playset. Now you're probably thinking, what is this going to do? This kind of falls on the other side, where it's so simple, but it's perfect. It does exactly what it needs to do. This is a little offshoot world of the Mario map where you need a power-up. You need something to really help you on your journey. And in the terms of really expanding your 2.5-inch Super Mario Land playset avenue, well, yeah, you definitely need something like this. And it's just awesome. It's one of their best. Likewise with the Deluxe Underwater playset. This, again, being one of those where you have multiple sets released that allow you to really expand upon this idea that, well, now Mario's in the underwater, even coming with a diorama set as well. So when you really build this sucker out, even though water levels are definitely not my favorite, in terms of a toy form, it's awesome. Utilizing stickers, right? It really does have a cool, neat 3D effect. I do tend to keep some of the box inlays to have some water background, right? Really makes that pop. You've got the bloopers, you've got the clam, you got the spike ball, purple thing right there. It goes up and down. The clam is one of the best Mario toys they have made to date. You put the little one-up mushroom in there, the coin block, Again, the glooper bloopers, even the little pieces of kelp and whatnot growing out. This thing fires coins. It's awesome. And if you didn't notice, it's a super long level. And that is one of the best aspects of putting all of these things together. Again, I can't wait to show you really in detail the type of world, if you're a Mario fan, what you can build with this and all the sets they have released. Going back to one of the shorter sided levels is the underground playset. This one being smaller did also come with a diorama attachment set as well. So you can build it out and kind of have the underground, kind of have it as a dungeon, kind of have it as a precursor to going to a Bowser level. Right? It really does open it up. But what I really like is that for the longest time, we've had nothing but coin blocks. This time around, we have a pop-up mushroom. Even though this version all came with Ice Mario, so that'll be kind of cool to have a pop-up that you could switch out. Something like that would be cool. But as you can see, the stickers, the sculpt, everything looks great on this. And kind of keeping with that, we have the Lava Castle playset. Again, on the smaller side, but it is nice when these levels do come with diorama sets that you can buy and then really add to your collection. And when you have all those swirly-whirly lines of fire, right, that Mario has to dodge and whatnot, it's cool. And utilizing the backdrops, you really can create quite an awesome diorama. I love the way that these things look. You do have to collect a lot, let's just say that, but over time, as many years as I have been grabbing these things, it's added up, price-wise as well, right? Don't get me wrong, but you can see the fun, you hear it in my voice. These are fantastic displays, but after a while, it definitely does add up, even down to the Deluxe Dungeon playset. Now, technically, this was the second official 2.5-inch, third if you count the castle, but when I saw that it came with the thwomp, you had the diorama add-on with the red pipe, I loved it. It was just so different, so unique, going from Acorn Plains to now this dungeon playset. And again, really adding on to what they did with Acorn and really expanding this world. You have chains and platforms, everything moves. You can really customize everything here. And that's what I love. Even down with the thwomp, right? He looks awesome. Sometimes it's utilized good. Sometimes it's just there for aesthetic purposes, right? Even with the doors that open and take you on to the next world. And that's really what I couldn't wait for, the next playset. Now, much in the vein of Toad's Treasure House, right? We also have Bowser's Floating Airship. And I love what they did here because not only is it a playset, it's a great diorama piece. That's amazing. Again, we never had Mario toys as a kid growing up in the 80s. Look at this thing. It's utterly amazing. I cannot tell you how much I love this just as a display on your shelf. It has electronics. It's also a bit of a carry case as well. Yeah, you got to put a lot of stickers on there. Yeah, that's totally the bane of my existence. But once you get them done, you see what a work of art this really is. It's fantastic. Comes with a little Mario figure. It rolls. It's got the big propellers. It's fantastic. It's great to do this, right? Precursor to Bowser's Castle, of course. But really where this shines, again, in collecting all these years, is you can now put all of the Koopalings on this. And I'm telling you, as a display, from Roy to Lemmy to Larry to all the different ones, right? Finally, we got Morton, let's just say. But these look great. And again, hearkening back to playing the games, growing up as a kid, going, man, I got Spider-Man and Batman and all these fun toys. Where's the Mario stuff? Well, now we definitely got it. And of course, the cream of the crop, the top-notch king himself, Bowser, with Bowser's Castle. Again, Bowser always gets the coolest stuff, right? A giant castle. It has theme music and sounds, and it's just a great display. Now, again, much like Peach's castle, it's not entirely to scale, we'll just say, but in setting it up and doing the whole diorama thing. Well, how about this? I've been talking it up so much, I think it's finally time where I just show you my collection, right? So I really went the whole Mario Maker route on this one. Everything in the levels is complete. Everything is there. But, you know, in collecting all these years, well, you'll see. So we'll start it like any video game, right? Princess Peach, right in her castle. She's been stolen away by Bowser. Bowser's taken over, and now Mario has to save her. He's going to traverse all these lands and bring her home safe, as only a Mario can do. But where could our savior be? Of course, well, let's just say he's traveling through all these pipes right now on his way to the Mushroom Kingdom. And there you go. You got Mario coming right out of the pipe, ready to tackle Acorn Plains, along with his brother Luigi. And man, oh man, again, in really setting this up, like I said, Mario Makering the heck out of this thing. Coins, piranha plants, Goombas aplenty, even utilizing some of the 4-inch figures. Don't discount those. Those actually work, right? Yoshi's aplenty, everything's there. And Mario's already beat this level, so he's on his way to the Switchback Hills. And we're going to be having bullet bills a-flying every which way. We got the Black Shy Guy. We have a little bit of a Tanuki suit thing going on, right? You can do standard or you can go full-blown suits. You even have a Lakitu in the back, right? Ready to throw some spiky shells or just harass you in every way possible. Maybe hit a golden bullet bill, right? Get a couple coins here and there. Every single video game is going to be represented. We're not just sticking to one game here, okay? You're going to see a lot in this. Easter eggs and all, and then we're on to the desert world already. Now, this one's fun, especially when you put the backdrop in there. You got all the different enemies. You can have Goombas, you can have spikes, you can put a red bullet bill in there. But Mario standing atop triumphant, man, he looks good. And of course, Spike, just nothing's in there, right? Spike, just the Ralph Wiggum of the Mario universe. Coming up the yellow warp pipe, we got Fire Mario. Apparently, he grabbed one on the way, right? But he's at a tackle this Boo House to continue going, maybe grab a key or two. That would be something, right? A couple things here and there that I wouldn't mind Jakks making to really complete this. But 4-inch Boos, 2.5-inch. You got a Magic Koopa Kamek. Yeah, he beat it. No problem. We got the key, and now we're on to the next world. And again, really filling this up with Hucket Crabs, and you got the fish, and you got Luigi. It looks awesome. So, again, in some of those displays where they're kind of lackluster, let's be honest, you really can make the heck out of these worlds. And onto the frozen wastelands. We've got piranha plants. We've got snowman Marios, right? The coins, Shy Guys, everything. Even a little Yoshi egg right there. Hopefully we can hatch him and have him eat some enemies on the way. I already loves those penguins, right? But, of course, you know, jump on the back of a Yoshi, which I think in 2.5-inch form we definitely need. We need a Mario riding a Yoshi, Jakks Pacific. But onto the cloud level already. So you have this super long level to get through, which, hey, that's always nice. I always enjoy a little bit of a challenge with my Mario games, right? After all these years. But the clouds all move. Luigi's there. Mario's got his spinny hat mode. It looks great, right? These are all a lot of fun. You got you got a little Goomba with wings, right? I love those things. Not very many of those, or at least I only have 2 of those. But all these things really make for such a great display, even going down to the really long underwater level. And this is very peaceful. Putting all the backdrops in there, that's very nice to see. You got the bloopers, which can be moved up and down, right? You got the clam, which can't say enough nice things about the clam. Mario wants that 1-up mushroom, but he knows what's going to happen, right? He knows. You got the little purple pincushion guy that can be moved up and down. Luigi's up top collecting coins, doing it up nicely, and all the various enemies that are just the bane of my existence when you're in a water level. We need a swimming Mario, Jakks Pacific. That's a figure I wouldn't mind having, especially when you want to collect coins, shooting out. Now, we need a little bit of a break. We've lost a couple of our powers thus far, so we're going to warp pipe into this and head over to Toad's house. Perhaps we can win ourselves a couple power-up items to continue us on our journey. We got 1-up mushrooms, we got fire flowers, and we got Starman. So now we're already off, and you know, we went with the ice flower, we'll just say. We got chain chomps, we got babombs, and we got dry bones, and it just looks awesome. Again, this is another one of those very simplistic levels, but done up nicely. Yeah, totally looks cool. Now that we got that ice flower, we're just jettisoning through this level, right? We're dodging all the enemies. Like I said, I really Mario Makered the heck out of this. So you got to add more enemies, right? You got to make it a little tougher. You got Kamek atop. He's throwing all kinds of weird stuff at you. Don't look now, but you got the eyeball from Nintendo 64 in the bag. You better spin around and confuse the heck out of that to grab a coin or two. Luigi's on the run, and we're heading over into the dungeon, right? We're almost to Bowser's castle, and we're going to just knock the heck out of him when we finally get there. But we got some Hammer Bros to take care of, some Buzzy Beetles, and we got some dry bones piranha plants, and my favorite, the thwomp. So through the doors we go, but it wasn't that simple, right? Now we got all 7 Koopa kids to contend with. And yes, I would love to have 7 different Bowser's airships, each with the Koopa kid on top. But where am I going to put it? Little bonus round level, we got to get a cat bell. We got to get up to the castle in time, but Boom Boom's at the top, and he's not making it easy for any of us, especially with some ice bros being thrown around. But we made it to the warp pipe, and man, oh man, that's a nice blast from the past right there. We're heading into Bowser's castle, and yeah, he's not too happy. He and Bowser Jr. are waiting for us at the tippity top, and that's just going to be one tough son of a gun, especially with those blue shells he's throwing. But we made our way into the castle. We got red bombs, we got spinies, we got Bowser Jr. Go ahead and knock that switch, and we're going to throw him into that lava pit. Don't worry, he'll be fine. On to the next game. We grabbed a star power, and we're after Bowser. It's the final battle. Hit that pow. We're going to knock him right into the lava pit and finally save our princess. As the finale of the game, we scored one last Starman, and we run all the way to the flagpole and hit it. We finally saved the Mushroom Kingdom. However many times we've done it, dang it all, it does not get old. So, that is my collection. Right here and there, this is my giant amiibo Nintendo display right here of the original ending level, we'll say, for Mario World 1-1. We've got all the Mario characters, from Donkey Kong to Nabbit to Rosalina, onto Daisy, Birdo, the elusive Birdo. We have Baby Mario and Yoshi, and of course, the main characters themselves, Mario, Luigi, and Peach. I love this collection. And for those of you out there wondering, well, how much room does this actually take up? Well, not all of this is displayed 24/7. Otherwise, I would need a constant 233 inches of space, which is roughly 19 feet, 5 inches. And that, between you and I, that's a whole heck of a lot of Mario to display all at once. However, I want to say thank you again so much for checking out my video. I had an absolute blast making this. I wish you all the best. Go out there, go check out that new Super Mario Brothers movie. I hope it's awesome. I'm on my way right now. But in the meantime, I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, keep on collecting, and you'll eventually create one heck of a display. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.